Hey, there we go.
Let's do this again.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to our Saturday Live. We appreciate you guys being here.
With us, yes, we do.
And with us, for those of you that may not know, we are BNB Reviews It.
Yeah, I'm John B.
And I'm Darlene B.
And our channel. Oh, yeah,
what
got the
should I say?
line. That's all. Yeah, and for those who don't know, our channel is about food reviews, cooking videos, mukbangs, and what else?
More.
Which I always love to say.
Go ahead.
That
I won't take
this,
it away
this
from
is
you.
our
I won't
more.
take it away from you.
As you see today, this is our more.
Hello. We have the Diva, Rashada Diva in the live. We got Nicole Red in the live. We got Just My Opinions in the live. Welcome, you guys. We are just waiting for our guest right now. But in case you guys didn't see it, make sure that you guys go and see our 7 tacos in 7 minutes. Oh, welcome, Jasmine Ely. Thank you so much for coming in to our live. Where are you going?
Going right here. I don't want that sun in there.
I was like, he's about to leave. I'm like, man, you can't leave.
No, we're good.
But yeah, so if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure that you check out our 7 tacos in 7 minutes. It was so much fun. Hey, Kane E. Moore, thank you so much for coming to the live. We are just waiting for our guest right now. So how's everyone's Saturday going?
Hopefully it's going well.
You will be on the floor eating. Right. Well, it's a lot of tacos. It definitely was a lot of tacos in a short period of time. But did we do it?
That's the question. Did we do it?
Yours is what's choppy, Rashada Diva? What's choppy right now? I'm gonna come in so that I can answer some stuff too. But what's choppy, Rashada Diva?
Is the video choppy?
Yeah. But yeah, so like we said, we're just waiting for our guest. We have the Crockett way today, and we're so excited.
Check the green room.
We don't see anybody in the green room
yet.
I'm
about to say other thing, but green room.
But hopefully she will be jumping on in any minute now. But yeah, how is everybody's day going? Have you been enjoying the day? How are the kids? How's everything, everybody?
How's the wife and kids?
Are you back down? Oh, it was choppy when you came in?
Oh, just my opinion, yeah.
Okay.
I think YouTube's having an issue with live videos. It's going.
Oh, really?
Like it's going in and out. Oh.
Uh-oh. That's not good. We don't want to have to start again. Yeah.
This one on here looks all right. Hopefully.
It looks a little blurry, but it doesn't. It looks a little blurry, but yeah.
This is not going in and out. Hopefully, no feedback.
It'll be feedback.
It's better now. Good.
Okay, fine. Everything's fine. Oh, we have somebody in the green room.
Oh, someone's in the. I want to say the other room, but I want to say
what?
The boom boom room.
Oh no, not the boom boom room. It's not the boom.
I got someone in the green room.
Yes. All right. So let us.
Oh, welcome, David.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, guys.
It is
Hello.
Great to see you. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you guys doing?
We are good. Good. Coco, welcome to the live. Thank you all for coming in. Oh, David Myers, thank you so much for coming in. We have our wonderful guest here today. Okay, so I think I francophone your name. I Frenchify it by saying the nerve.
Oh. It's like Frankify.
Well, you would not be the first, and I know you will certainly not be the last. But I like to tell people to think of it this way: think of leaner, like slim, skinny. Yes, leaner,
Leaner.
and you'll never go wrong that way.
I like that. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So
I was thinking Lena Horne, so I was a little off.
That's close. That's close.
But we have Leaner here from
Yes.
the amazing Crockett Way. The
Thank
Crockett Way,
you.
but I would say
Crockett
amazing. And so we would love for you to introduce yourself. I would love for you to tell all about your merch and everything that you have. By the way, your logo is fire, but
Thank you. I'll tell you the story behind all of that. I actually well, first of all, my name is Leaner. So thank you all so much for being here. And most importantly, thank you so much, my dear, wonderful host, for inviting me on. I actually have a special surprise for you. I know I told you that my husband had to work, which he did, but he got off early today. So hopefully we can get him on the camera. So hopefully he's not too tired to do it. But I am the face of the Crockett Way. I share this platform with my amazing husband, Kendrick, and our 2 teenage boys, Sana and Judah, and our 1-year-old daughter, Aviana. We decided to start our YouTube journey. It was an idea of mine because I always wanted to put my life out there to be an inspiration to other people, regardless of what it is that I'm aspiring for. And I just thought, what better platform than YouTube? Now, I used to watch a lot of YouTubers, and I thought to myself, if they can do it, I can do it. So for years and years and years, I contemplated on starting a YouTube channel like so many other people.
Right.
And I just took the plunge. And when we started our YouTube channel back in December of 2019, we didn't realize how rewarding and how much of a blessing it would be for us. And in January of 2020, we went live for the very first time, and it just took off from there. And many have heard me say that I found my calling here on this platform. So that's pretty much the introduction of us here at the Crockett Way.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Now you said it took you years upon years.
Yeah.
Are we talking 2, 3, 5?
Right.
You know what? I'm thinking probably as far back as 2008.
Wow.
2008.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Years and years back. You know, I was like, I would love to do that. But guys, if you remember, YouTube back then is not as sophisticated as it is now.
Right.
So you really would have had to get some very expensive equipment to even upload or record a video. So
the entry was kind of you had to have some money.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because if you look at a lot of the videos, people who still have their videos up from so long ago when YouTube first started, you would see that their videos are not that good quality, you know, and a lot of people have removed their videos from YouTube because the quality was so horrible.
Okay.
Than it is now.
Yeah. That's amazing. I love that. You know, I think a lot of us, I mean, I know there are other things that I've been saying that I wanted to do since 2008 that I still haven't done. Right. But yeah, you know, that is a long time. But you know, actually before we go, for those that don't know, what is your channel about?
So our channel is basically about inspiring other people in every area of our lives. I like to cook, so you'll definitely see a lot of cooking tutorials on our channel. I actually dropped our latest video today where I made a homemade baked macaroni and cheese. So
I was there.
Go check that out. I also do lifestyle vlogs as well. So I vlog our life. We are a Christian family. We love the Lord. We love the Lord. We don't mind praying on our platform or reading our Bible, the Word of God on our platform. So you'll see a lot of inspirational and spiritual content on our platform.
Okay.
You're going to get all kinds of things. Like, for instance, there's a series that I have created where I read the Bible over nice, calming music with a dark screen to help people who struggle with insomnia.
Okay.
I'm an RN, so you'll see and hear my journey during my nursing. I actually just graduated.
Congratulations.
In school, and graduation is actually on September 18th. But you're going to see all kinds of things. So yeah, that's what you have to expect from the Crockett Way.
Great. So yeah, take us through your first video. You know, you said that you had this idea for all these years. You know, the entry into it was not as easy as it is now.
Right.
Like, when did you say, you know what, enough is enough? I'm doing this. And why? Why that specific time?
So that's a very good question, and I appreciate you asking that question. So the thing that really pushed me to go ahead and upload a video was I had my daughter August of last year, and I had a lot of time at home, and all I did was sit home with the baby and watch YouTube videos. And I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to do this. I have the time to do it. I don't have to get up and go to work in the morning. Let me try to do something with my life. So I uploaded a video that was already in my phone. It was basically, our very first video is basically a musical picture collage of our family, just kind of introducing you guys to us. There was no talking on it or anything like that. It was just a collage that was already in my phone anyway. And that was our very first video. And it did pretty good. So during that, you know, with the few subscribers that we had. So that was really the thing that pushed me. I needed to get off my butt and do something.
Okay. Yeah, I believe me, I can agree. I can identify, I can, you know, with you. So, so when you came onto YouTube, did you understand everything about YouTube? Did you? I shouldn't say everything, because I think we're all learning all the time.
Continual learning, right?
But thank you for sharing us out, Tracy. And did you know how to edit? Did you know how, you know, basically to make videos when you came on?
No. I didn't know the first thing about nothing.
Okay.
And that's why I'm so grateful for YouTube, because you can find anything on YouTube and learn anything on YouTube. So I basically binge watched. How can I, you know, what apps and programs can I use that are free? Okay, free to edit my videos, and you know, what kind of software do I need to use to edit my videos? Because you got to understand, the people who I watch, they have really good, nice quality content. And so I wanted to mirror or mimic that. So I did a lot of YouTube research, a lot of Google research on how to do things. And you can actually see the progression of how the quality of our videos are from the first time up until this point. And it's a learning curve. It really is. Like, I can even recall when we went live for the very first time. And there were certain things that I would allow in my live stream that was against YouTube policy. You know, so there's a lot of things that you have to learn along the way. And I'm still learning, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's a learning process, a lifelong, I believe, learning process.
That's true. Yeah, lifelong. So you were saying you did a lot of research. I think that's good for people. You know, sometimes, you know, you do the research. Sometimes you just jump on it and do it. Now, were you more comfortable? You felt, well, did you feel you had to do a lot of research to get on? To progress?
Being the person that I am, yes. Yes. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and to a fault. Okay, to a fault. That's not always a great thing, to a fault. So, you know, I just felt like if I'm not going to do it well and I'm not going to do it right, I'm not going to do it at all. So researching is paramount for me in any endeavor I undertake.
Yeah. No, yeah. So did you also know about monetization? Did you know that people were actually making money on YouTube when you came on?
So when I used to watch YouTube years ago, I had no idea people were getting paid. And if they were getting paid, when I did find out they were getting paid, I thought you had to jump through so many hoops that it was almost impossible for someone like me to get paid on YouTube. Yes, that's how I thought. You like, there is no way. You have to know somebody to know somebody. But when I realized that I wanted to actually do this, sitting at home, not making any money, I decided, let me just try to do this and maybe gain some extra gas, money. And
Right.
so I also did a lot of research on the qualifications for monetization on YouTube, and I was completely blown away, guys. Like I didn't know that it was possible. I
Right.
didn't know it was possible.
Right.
And so after doing my research, and I realized, there are a few hoops you got to jump through, but it's attainable if you work hard and remain consistent. So, yeah, that was a huge plus for me.
Mhm. I had to tell, I think a lot of the people in the chat probably already know, but you had, thank you so much for sharing us out, Coco. Thank you for coming in. You had an amazing, help. I call them help stream.
Yes, I love that.
And your voice is like so soothing. And
Thank you.
before we even go on, I just want to publicly, we said it in the appreciation, but you weren't there. I want to publicly say thank you to you because you really helped us get over the hump. I believe we were in like the 775 range or whatever.
Yeah, close to that 700.
Right. And you really helped us get over the hump.
Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm just thinking back. Yeah.
Awesome.
Remember those days?
Yeah, remember those
Yes.
days?
Hopefully we can talk about that a little bit. I remember those days, guys. I
Okay.
call those the good old days.
The good old days. I would love it. I mean, we can talk about that now. We can talk about that now.
I like to reflect back on those days because many of you who were around during those times, during January to March time, it was a beautiful culture. YouTube hadn't yet quite implemented their changes as far as being able to,
Right.
show love to other people.
Right.
You were able to just do it easily, and it was just so nice, to be able to connect with people who really truly cared and who really wanted to see you glow.
Right.
You know, so I just remember, I had no problem. Y'all remember my baby was real little. I had no problem sitting up with you guys until 3 in the morning, helping people reach their milestones, in the process also reaching my milestones. And it was just, guys, can you recall? It was just like a different feeling back then than it is right now. Not to really knock now, but back then it was just, there was a closeness. There was a niceness about, trying to reach your goals and helping each other.
Right. I feel like now it's kind of like you have to kind of form your own sort of, situation in order to do so. And, a lot of people have done it very successfully.
Yeah.
But, before it was kind of like it felt like anyway, everyone kind of helping everyone and, everyone getting along because we all had one goal in mind.
Going in the same direction. Last, some people in the chat were saying, just my opinion, and what do we call it? In your, we didn't see. In your
help.
In your help.
Oh, okay.
that she got to her 1K and then got Rashida D was saying, yeah, she used to go to your help streams. Your help streams as well. So yeah. So.
Awesome. Well, bless y'all.
And so I just want to publicly say thank you to you because
You're welcome.
It was a confidence booster for us, and we're very grateful for that.
My pleasure.
I'm sorry, a lot of grinding back in the day, the good old days.
Yes, we grinded, y'all. I remember when you guys would go live, y'all were grinding too. A lot of us were out there grinding.
Yeah. And I think also what happened, it's not only the changing of the rules or guard or whatever, but also, the 19 happened.
Yeah.
And in that, you know, I think, you know, a lot of people might have lost fervor. They might have, you know,
Momentum.
It didn't feel like a time to, you know, be like pushing and, you know, right. So
exactly. And I think it all stemmed from, I don't know. I remember I was live when we all got, well, when I got the news that Kobe Bryant had passed away along with his daughter and other people on the plane. And it seems like that moment, that time in history kind of shifted 2020. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it was kind of like the catalyst, like the thing that really made everything go crazy. And I will always remember that. I was live and someone had texted me or sent me a message and sent me that. And I was like, oh my, so I got a live reaction of first hearing about Kobe Bryant. And it's like, yeah. And it's like from that moment, you know, everything just, you know, all hell broke loose.
I mean, it is. And, you know, I don't even know what to say as to where we're going forward. But anyway, as for YouTube, we're all still moving forward and doing our thing. But yeah, so what was the first app or program that you used for editing?
So the first program that I used was Final Cut Pro.
Oh, girl, you went straight to the.
I know. I'm telling you guys, like I did that research and that was like, this is it.
Okay.
So I have a very old Apple computer, a Mac, and you know, it comes with Final Cut Pro. It's a free program when you have an Apple device, and so I would use that, but it became a huge problem for me because, for one, my computer was so old, so it had limited space. And I found myself uploading my content, and immediately after uploading it to YouTube, I had to delete it from my hard drive because I had no memory. And so it just really became a problem. So then I went from Final Cut Pro, which is premium, to using iMovie. And that's what I use now.
You still use it?
I use iMovie, and I actually use it I edit on my phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I edit on my phone. But I would love to go back to Final Cut Pro, but that will require buying a new Mac. And I want YouTube to pay for that.
I hear you. Or, you know, one of the things that, I mean, we don't have, because that's, you know, we're kind of like saving up to do that too, to get a Mac. But is an external hard drive to save
for storage.
Yeah, for storage.
Yes, so I have a terabyte external hard drive, and I guess the problem is that I've had it for so long and it has a lot of stuff on it, but it has a lot of memory storage left. But I could not, because my computer is my computer is a dinosaur. It is so old, it would not connect to that terabyte hard drive.
Oh, wow.
It would not connect. And so I tried doing my research on that, and there was nothing out there to help me. Yeah, so, but that was an option. I did try that because, like I said, I loved Final Cut Pro. There was so much I could do, but iMovie is working okay for me now. But I will be going back to Final Cut.
And also, for those of you who are in the chat or those of you who are watching at a later time, make sure that you subscribe to the Crockett Way.
Absolutely.
They are an amazing channel. You will love them. You will love Leaner's family and baby Avy, and so make sure that you subscribe.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate
that. If our mods, if you can put the Crockett Ways link in the chat, we would appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I want to know about the story of your merch and how you said, okay, you know what, I want to do this. I want to change our logo. I want to, because you started with one. And then after you.
I'm sorry. And was it something that, like you say, you were a planner? Was this something you had in the works that I get to a certain stage that I'm going to?
Oh, the merch.
Merch.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the logo. I'm sorry. Yes. This was definitely something. I guess we all kind of have a bit of some of the grand plans for our YouTube channel. And my grand plan was to get monetized on YouTube and then come out with all this merch, for my channel.
Right.
But there's a huge learning curve, even in, putting merch out for the world to purchase. And I just wanted to make sure I did everything I was supposed to do. So YouTube does not allow people who have, I believe, 10,000 or less than 10,000.
Yes.
Teespring will not allow you to, or YouTube allow you to promote your merch right there on your page.
Right.
And so I decided, well, you know what? That's not going to stop me. So I went directly to Teespring, and that's where my merch store is, on Teespring.
Okay.
And you'll always see the link in any of my videos in the description. But I decided to go straight to Teespring, and I encourage many of you who are content creators yourself to do the same thing if you really want to find a way to get your merch out there. And the great thing about Teespring is that you can go directly there and design your own merchandise. And they'll do all the heavy lifting for you.
Right.
And that's where our merch is settled right now, on Teespring.
Okay.
So I came in with all of my designs, and I put them on coffee cups, T-shirts, handbags, cell phone holders, what have you. And that's how I'm doing it. Now, granted, my merch is not on my page where you can see it for, the same as other people who have 10,000 or more subscribers, but there's a website. So I was very grateful about the merch. Now, I must tell you, those of you who do want to use Teespring, keep in mind, during the time that I launched it, it was during 19, if you guys get my drift.
Right.
And so shipping was very slow. So I know things have picked up now, but that was an issue for me in the beginning.
Okay. So I love that. So for anybody who wants to, first of all, for anybody who wants to get your merch, how can they find your merch?
So to find my merch, you can simply go to my YouTube channel. And when you go to my YouTube channel, there's tabs at the top. You have the home button, playlist, about, all that stuff, community tab. If you go to my about tab on my YouTube homepage, it'll have at the very bottom every single place, every single link, as far as social media. Our Teespring merch store is there. Everything that you need to connect with us is right there. Another way you can find our merch store is you can go to teespring.com/the Crockett way. That's one way you can do it. Or you can go to the description of any one of our videos, and the link will always be there.
Okay.
That's good.
I love that.
Yeah, because some people in the chat, as you were talking, they're like, yeah, Teespring, yeah, they were thinking about doing that as well. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Yeah, having that plan besides just YouTube,
right?
Don't let the 10,000 subscribers stop you. You know what? I want to do this. I'll find a way, figure out a way to do it.
I mean, I actually want to talk about that as well, because, a lot of times people may have this idea of, okay, I want to become monetized. And I'm not knocking becoming monetized, because it's amazing. It's a great feeling and there's great potential.
Yes.
But what I would encourage people is to start building a business, or businesses around YouTube, and have merch, and have, maybe some kind of product, and have other things, so that you can kind of build and make money with those. How do you feel about that?
I totally agree with you. I totally agree. For some people, YouTube starts out as a hobby. For that was the case for me at first. And then you realize that, this can actually become a business.
Right.
So for those of you who really truly want to grow financially and socially on YouTube, it's a good idea to start thinking of it as a business. You can actually turn your YouTube channel into an LLC. Many people have done that, and that's actually something that I plan to do in the future regarding our brand on YouTube. So extending it outside of YouTube is one of the best decisions that anyone can make who are thinking business savvy. So I agree with that.
Can we talk a little bit about the LLC?
I like that.
Yeah.
In my head, like,
right.
Did we? I knew you could make it a business. But I said, LLC, that's a good one. I didn't even realize that makes sense.
Yes, we could definitely talk about that. So for those of you who don't know what an LLC is, it's basically it's your business, but it doesn't directly, fully, primarily fall on you as a person. Your business is its own separate entity.
Right.
So, for instance, your LLC will have its own social security number, so to speak, if that makes sense to anybody. And a lot of people choose LLCs instead of sole proprietorship, which is the other side of it, just to keep the business separate from their self. So, like for instance, if your business was to fail and you have to, file for bankruptcy, it won't directly affect you personally, so to speak. Hopefully, what I'm saying is making sense to everybody, and that's why a lot of people choose to do an LLC, because when you turn your business to an LLC, it opens up a lot of different opportunities for you to grow even bigger and to branch out and expand your business beyond YouTube. So
Right.
I think it's a good idea to do, truly, if you want to make it a business.
Wow. So I never even really thought, honestly, I never even really thought of the YouTube channel being an LLC, other than, the protection. And like you were
Right.
saying, people do it for protection a lot of times
Right.
in case they, somebody tries to sue them or whatever, they're protected through the company. What would be some of the other reasons people should maybe think about doing an LLC with their YouTube channel?
So for those of you who are building a brand, so whenever you guys see this logo, you're going to think of the Crockett way. It's the gold circle within a circle with the dove at the top. So this is our brand. This is our logo. And this is what people will see. When people see this, they're going to think about the Crockett way. So with an LLC, another benefit to doing it is it actually really truly helps people identify your business and who you are. And it really opens up a lot of doors. I haven't really sat down and really thought about all of the advantages to an LLC. I just know that it really truly helps with separating the business from the person.
Okay.
And the liability on the person.
Okay. Yeah, no, I love that. And getting back to Teespring, what I love about Teespring also is that you don't have to invest, really, you don't have to invest much money, if any at all,
Right.
In order to get your merch out. You will have to obviously pay at some point, like when your merch is sold.
Right.
You get a portion of that, but
Right.
the initial investment is low.
Right. Exactly. It's very low. So coming back to our logo, I wanted to hire someone to design a logo for us. But being, trying to save and not spend a whole lot of money and just using my own creative juices
Right.
to grow our business, I decided to design the logo myself. And that's something that really helps. And if you do decide to hire somebody, that's where the money is going to go, because all you have to do is take your logo, take your designs over to Teespring, and they don't charge you for your design.
Right.
So the funds is very, very low. Now, just like my sis said here, you will have to, pay up front, as far as them, like if someone purchases something, you will get a commission, but Teespring also gets a cut. I'm not really sure what the percentage is. I think it's maybe 30%, if I'm not mistaken, but they will get a cut of the proceeds as well. So, and I think that's totally fine, because, like I said, they're doing all of the heavy lifting. You
Right.
don't lift
Right.
anything.
Right.
So
They're taking the orders.
yes, they're doing
I was thinking
printing.
too, they have, if I'm not mistaken, inventory. So do you have inventory, or they deal with your inventory?
Nope, they deal with the inventory. They do all the shipping, they do all the inventory, all of that.
So you don't have to worry about having anything in
Nope.
your home, extras. So I mean, so people do it differently. Some people actually They make their merch themselves, like we do actually, and then they're like you have an external company making your merch. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
absolutely. And another thing I want to mention too, because you guys see me wearing this what I'm wearing did not come from Teespring.
okay.
I partnered with Does That. She's also a content creator here on YouTube, and she actually sent me this shirt as a gift. And I think it was, it was a gift, but I admire her business sense because when I received this shirt, I was so taken by the quality and the look of her ability to make my shirt, my logo, look exactly what I was looking for. And she actually made this bag that is right behind me. And it says, "Watch me on YouTube." She's also made our aprons.
Okay.
She does this with our cooking videos. So I say that to say this. You can also partner with people like B&B Reviews who does their own thing and, make it work, and it's our way of helping each other grow and prosper. So that's another option for those of you who are interested.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why we decided that we actually wanted to do these talks. One, because we met so many amazing people, and there's so many amazing people that we have yet to meet on YouTube, and we love to hear everyone's story, everyone's YouTube story, and
everyone has a story,
and everyone has a story, and promote people along the way, so that's why we did it. And like you said, we're so glad to have you on here today.
Thank you so much. Well, I must say I am so proud of you two. I've watched you two grind, and I love the camaraderie between the two of you as husband and wife, how you complement each other in your videos when you go live. You can definitely see that is a team effort with you guys. So I just want to say congratulations on getting monetized. I know it's been a while now.
No, thank you.
You guys, if anyone deserves it, you guys deserve it.
Oh, appreciate that.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
So welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. So, back to YouTube. Yeah, so I love how you're bringing your family into it. Like we said, from day one, we had baby Avy.
Yes.
Birthday. Happy belated birthday to her.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How was it you had the vision, but that doesn't mean that everyone else had the vision.
Right.
How was it trying to get the whole family on board?
Oh my! So that's a question I think my husband needs to be a part of this conversation. So if you excuse me, I'm gonna go run and get him really, really quick, and I'll be right back.
Sure. Let us know if you guys are enjoying the
segue. Okay.
The conversation so far. If you have any questions for Leaner and her husband, the Crockett way, let us know. Put them in the chat. And also, if you have not already, make sure that you visit our website at BandBbiReviews.com. BandBbiReviews.com. We have great news happening actually next week, but we'll reveal it next week. But thank you. We have purple hearts in the chat from Nicole Red. Thank you. T Talks is saying, I'm loving it. Yeah. Thank you. We are loving having you guys here. You're amazing. And then also, if you guys don't have our mods, make sure that you grab up our mods. Our mods are amazing. They are wonderful people. They will grab you back. They are loyal, and we love our mods. So make sure that you grab our mods. And mods, you can drop each other's links in the chat as well.
Dave said, can't wait for the great news.
Thank you. Oh, Mr. Crockett.
Hello. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Well, we kind of get a little closer because
it's tough. Yeah, we learned. Okay. In the shot, yeah.
So if you can introduce yourself to everyone as well, we would love that.
All right. Well, I'm Kendrick Crockett. I'm the husband of Mrs. Crockett right here. It's such an honor to be her husband. So I don't know what else to say besides that from
Okay.
an introduction
Well,
standpoint.
we're,
So
we're glad to have you on
thank
here.
you for having me.
We weren't sure if we were going to be able to, but it's a
worked out,
pleasure. Yeah.
Yes.
So the question that we asked was, we knew that Leaner had the vision and the idea to do YouTube, but sometimes the family doesn't always see the vision. They
Right.
don't understand the vision.
It takes a little time to get on board.
Right.
Yeah.
How?
Right.
Because I'll even say, before you even go off, for us, I spoke to John about this probably at least a year, if not two, before, and it took like 2 years.
Yeah, it took a little bit.
It took like 2 years for him to finally decide to say, yeah, you know what, he'll do it. So
Right.
we want to know about you and the rest of the family. How was it for you?
Well, it was difficult in the beginning because I like you said about your husband, I didn't quite see the vision. It was her vision. And then she told me about it. She ran with it, and even as she was doing it, I found myself getting frustrated quite a bit because she was putting so much time into it, and I felt as if the family was being neglected. That really wasn't the case. She just was very passionate about what she saw, her vision. You know, as I have been about previous projects that I've done or endeavors that I've done in my life. So, but I started to see later down the road, and the Lord started to show me what this channel not only did for her, but what it's done for myself. It has brought me out of my shell to a certain extent, you know, and allowed me to really kind of open up and speak more, you know, in regard to the Lord. I never would have spoken probably otherwise. So I believe it was the work of the Lord.
Amen.
So he showed me that, and that's what kind of just turned everything around. And now I just, you know, about whatever she does with the channel.
He planted the seed.
Amen.
Exactly.
Well, he works in wondrous, mysterious ways.
Yes, he does.
Right, he sure does. He does. And who knew? Well, first of all, thank you so much for being so open and honest. I think that it's amazing, and it's great for other men, everyone to hear, but especially other men or even wives who are out there and hoping that, you know, their husband will come alongside of them, you know, but they're resistant. And, you know, I would say, I'm sure, Leaner, did you pray?
Yes, I did, because what he didn't tell you guys about when I first came to him with the idea. Well, so I said to him, I said, so what do you think about me, you know, starting a YouTube channel? And his first response was no.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, he said no. I said, you didn't hear? Let me tell you about it first. He doesn't remember that, but he was just like, no, because you have to understand, my husband is a very private person,
Right?
And I think that's what makes us very attracted to each other, because I am very open, and you know, I'm an open book, you know, and he's very, very private. So his initial response was no surprise, but I'm so glad that he didn't give up on me, because I didn't give up. What happened?
Just giggle.
Oh, the baby's coming.
Oh, okay. We got.
Hey,
baby.
Say, hey, mama.
I love her hair.
Oh, hello. You got a lot of bows in your head, don't you?
She's okay. She's okay. She just wanted her daddy.
Yes.
But I didn't give up on the vision. So I took it back to him again. It was a business proposal. I was like, look, you know, if we do this, this is this and this and this. And then he decided, he was like, okay, go for it. Go for it. So I'm glad that, you know, he actually listened and relented.
Well, if I did do that, I didn't know what it was going to require.
Right.
You know, it was just like when it started, things just was not probably how I planned or saw it in my head.
Right.
I didn't know the hours that would be necessary to commit to YouTube.
I tell you, I give it to you, Leaner, because
talk about
like,
grind. Yeah,
I mean, you said I grind, we grind. You guys. I'm like, you were on for hours upon hours with baby Avy, just hanging out and doing your thing. And you got to your goal and in record time actually, and so you weren't playing. You weren't playing. So, but I love this conversation. I really, really do love this conversation because I don't think people. I mean, and I hope people don't get offended by what I'm saying, but I don't think people understand how important prayer is. And I wasn't really meaning to go this direction, but I think that it's important because, again, there might be, I've talked to other people online. They're like, oh, you're lucky you have your husband and da-da-da-da, whatever. Right. And I feel bad for people when they feel like their significant other won't join in. But if you believe in what you're doing and believe that the Lord can change
He's in control, right? You have to believe that.
You have to believe that. Can you speak on that?
So I think we both can actually chime in on that because it is so important. And I'm so glad and so blessed to have a praying husband because I too feel really bad for those who don't have that support. I mean, they have great spouses, but they don't support them because they don't see the vision. They don't really see it, and you really can't blame people for that. And that's why it's so important to take it to the Lord in prayer. And actually, that's what I had to do with him.
Okay.
When he initially, it's okay, mommy. When he initially said no, I was like, okay, Lord, get him. Because I know what the Lord showed me. Yes, I was like, get him.
Okay.
And that goes along in a lot of relationships. Like if there's something that your spouse is doing that you don't agree with, or if they're doing something to really, really affect you emotionally, take it to God in prayer. You don't, ladies, listen. You don't always have to nag that man. Put God on him. No. Put God on him. I put God on my husband all the time, and he get him. So try that out instead of being that nagging.
Well, I grew up in the church where this lady, she preached into us that prayer changes things.
Right.
I heard it all my life, and it's the truth. Prayer changes. Sincere prayer changes things. So when you bring it to the Lord and you're sincere and you're real with him, you have a relationship with him, he will change your circumstances. I don't care what that husband or wife or spouse is doing that you're not in agreement with or that goes against the word of God. He will change things. So the prayer is powerful and it is important.
Absolutely.
Awesome. And since we're talking about prayer and reading, I know that you have your segment on your channel. Tell us a little bit about your segment and promote it.
My segment?
Yes.
Well, I haven't done anything in a while. But yes.
Maybe we're pushing you to.
Yes, I hear you. Every once in a while, I do an In the Word series. I just get inspired from the Lord to drop a word. I just go and drop a word. Like I said before, he showed me that he put this thing together for a reason. For me to be a blessing to somebody, because a long time ago, the Lord showed me that a house that sits upon the hill cannot be hid. That's scripture. And that's the way I was. Even she said I'm very private, and I was even that way with my relationship with God. I kept everything inside, but that's not the way a saint or we're planned to operate, right?
Okay.
With us, witness to the world. So that was my little way of witnessing to the world. Is doing the In the Word series, which I do need to do another one of.
Okay.
Sooner than later. And I do have some material, so I need to go ahead and drop something.
Awesome.
So yes, so that is what we're doing In the Word series. There's no schedule to it. It's just kind of random. But I will be doing one here in the near future.
Okay. Awesome.
Right.
Yeah. And so, go ahead.
I just kind of wanted to quickly add to his In the Word series. And for those of you who are wondering what that is, it's basically a informal Bible study.
Right.
It's an informal Bible study where my husband finds passages in the scripture and covers those passages and talks about them. And if you guys have an opportunity to go over to our channel and look, you can put questions down in the comments, or if there's a particular passage that you want to him to touch on, put it in the comments and he'll definitely cover it.
That's amazing. I love that. I
good,
love
yeah.
that interaction. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that, I know we talked about editing, but what are some of the things that you've learned since you've been on?
Oh man, I've learned so much, so much. I've learned that YouTube is a huge community. It's a huge community in itself. There are people that you meet on YouTube you will probably never meet in real life. And they are some of the realest, most loyal, most committed people out there. So that's one of the things that I've learned, that it's a real deal community. I also learned that it is a real deal business.
Right.
YouTube has really helped me learn about me. It has really helped me to open up my thoughts about myself. So that's some of the things that I've learned. How about you, honey?
Oh. Well, I kind of already shared some things I've learned. I didn't really realize how much of a in the shell I was until I got on the camera.
Okay.
Even growing up, like I said before, I was very private. So sometimes in the church I would sing like solos on what we call Men's Day. And when I would go up there, I would sing a portion of the song, but I would always cut off when it gets to a certain point. But I didn't realize back then that it was an issue on the inside of me being such a private person, not wanting to really reveal myself to people. And now I realize, now looking back, that I was just always in the shell and never allowed myself to really come out of it or reveal myself to the world. And now YouTube has opened up that. I'm not all the way there yet, but YouTube has really been changing me and opening me up.
We're all a work in progress.
Absolutely.
And I love that story because, sometimes we walk around with, and excuse me for using this word because I'm not trying to be offensive, but sometimes you walk around being bound and we don't know what is binding us or that we're even bound.
Right.
And then sometimes God can use something that you would never even expect to be the thing to loose that from you, and heal you in ways that you didn't expect. So
you didn't even know you needed healing.
Right. So that's amazing.
I completely concur with that. I was bounded. I'm breaking that bind though.
Amen.
The Lord is breaking that bind, shall I say.
Amen. I love it. So what are some of the ways that you're looking to grow your channel?
So one of the ways that I'm looking to grow my channel, I feel like my channel, and many of you may agree with me, those of you who are content creators, it's ever evolving. Your strategy, so I'm speaking for me, my strategy is ever evolving. What worked for me back in January may not work for me right now in September.
Right.
And I think it's okay to evolve, for your strategy to evolve with the changes in your channel. And one of the things that I did starting out was I went live, and I went live a lot because I had the goal of getting monetized on YouTube. So back then, going live was the way to go. Now, the way to go is basically to get our name and get our content out there so that we can gain not only other content creators, but actual people who really, truly want to watch our content, not want anything back in return. See, us as content creators, it's sort of like a give-take relationship if you really get down to the root of it. I'll watch your video, but make sure you watch my video. I'll sub to you, but make sure you sub. That kind of thing. So now the goal is to actually get people to watch the content who are not content creators.
Right.
How we're doing that is, and guys, take notes. You want to make sure that if you don't have Facebook, if you don't have Instagram, if you don't have Twitter, if you don't have TikTok, if you don't have, Crockett, if you don't have any of those other social media platforms, get them. Because it's free advertisement. Don't nobody know us, y'all. And how are people going to get to know us if we don't actually put ourselves out there in other platforms? So that's one of the strategies that we're using, is to really, and many of you who are following us on those platforms, you see what I'm doing. I'm putting everything that we do out there, and it has really, really helped. Another strategy that we're doing is we upload consistently.
Okay.
We upload consistently. Unless there's, a situation, sorry, the baby's messing with the computer. Unless there's, a situation where we can't upload, we always let everybody know, but we don't just not upload. We don't just not let everybody know what's going on. So be consistent in what you're doing. Be professional. Even if you do comedy, even if you do, things that really don't require a whole lot of professionalism will take you a long way. You want to make sure that, the quality of your stuff is up to par. You want to have good lighting. You want to make sure that you're presentable. Give people, people like eye candy.
Right,
People
right.
like eye candy. You don't want people to look at your stuff and cringe based off what they see. So those are some of the strategies that we're using, just to name a few.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a business mentor or a YouTube mentor? Is that something that, if you don't, that's something that you're considering?
I think it's a great idea to have a business mentor. I would say I have an informal business mentor.
Okay.
There is a content creator that I do speak with on a regular basis, and we talk about each other's channels and help critique each other. And that's why I say it's an informal mentor, because we help each other. It's a symbiotic relationship.
Okay.
And, but it's a very good idea to talk to people who have been where you're trying to go. And that's why my door is always open to questions. If people have questions, people are always messaging me on Instagram, asking me questions. And it's important because we all don't have all the answers, and
That's
we
true.
help each other.
That's true.
Yeah.
As for your other social media platforms, how did you kind of come up with the strategy to put the information out there?
So Facebook is one of the social media platforms that I had first, and I have a pretty good following on my personal social media or personal Facebook page.
Okay.
And I decided that people, my followers there support me really well. Let me go ahead and introduce them to what I'm doing here on YouTube, and it was a positive impact because they support me on YouTube as well. And so then I realized, wow, you know what? Let me just do this across the board completely with Instagram and all the other social media platforms.
Okay.
And that's what made me decide to do it. And let me just mention also, guys, for those of you who what is it, mommy? For those of you who have other social media platforms, it helps to make sure that your other social media platforms it's the same name as your YouTube channel.
That's a
Good.
great point. Yeah.
It makes a big difference because it helps people find you. Mama, what is it? It makes it easier for people to find you. Okay, Mama. So remember that and keep that in mind, guys.
I love that. I love that. Well, I feel like we are close to the point where
Lightning round?
it might be the lightning, whatever. I don't know, lightning, speed, not so speedy. round where we ask you quick fire questions. But before that, do you have I'll just get into it. So the first question that I wanted, if you could have, and this is from Nicole Red, if you could have any superpower in the world, what would it be?
Flying.
Flying? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I would like to be Superwoman. Superwoman can fly like Superman. And it's so funny that you asked that because I was stuck in traffic yesterday and I had mentioned to my husband because it was like a 1 hour delay. And I was like, oh my God, I wish I was a superhero and I could fly myself in my car out of here.
Right.
So
that's a great question. Okay, what is your favorite food?
Mac and cheese.
Well, you just got that.
We got it, and it was delicious.
Mine is definitely, I love fruits and vegetables. So I don't really have a favorite food. I'll eat just about anything.
Okay. Are you allergic to any food?
I'm not.
No.
No? Okay.
Food loves me.
I'll go right to the sweets here. Caught my eye. What's your favorite piece of brownie, corner or middle?
What was the question?
Favorite piece of travel?
Yeah, the corner or the middle?
Oh,
That's tough.
mine is the corner. Let me put it this way. I like to have half corner, half middle.
Okay.
I like that crunchy, soft combination.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the corner.
What is your favorite meal of the day?
Dinner.
I'll say breakfast, even though I don't eat it often.
Okay. And pick one food that would represent you.
That's a different one.
I would have to say cabbage, and not because it gives you gas, because it has many layers.
Okay.
Like
I love that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't know. I have one. Give me one.
I would have to say a chocolate chip cookie
Wow.
because you're so sweet, and
Oh,
and it's my favorite dessert.
There you go. Chocolate chip.
Okay, I love it. Okay. French fries or onion rings?
French fries.
Oh, at the same time there.
I know.
Pizza or pasta?
What?
Pizza or
Pizza
pasta?
or pasta?
Oh, pasta.
Pasta.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Something going on. Okay. Vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla.
Okay, we're trying to break the streak here. Strawberry or vanilla?
Strawberry.
Vanilla. Strawberry or vanilla? I guess strawberry.
Strawberry? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fried chicken or barbecue ribs?
Ooh.
I gotta go fried chicken.
Guys, they are in unison. They're in unison. Okay. Broccoli or green beans?
Green beans.
Oh, okay.
Broccoli.
There we go.
All right. Let's see. Oh, mac and cheese or potato salad?
Mac and cheese.
Oh, really? Okay. And you ask your favorite.
Oh, my favorite question. Here we go. Beef patty or empanada?
Empanada.
Beef patty.
Did you?
Oh.
I was gonna say somebody even represent.
Beef patty. Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
All right, you guys. So.
But everybody can't make good beef patties though.
Yeah.
I had a bad one that was from this one restaurant.
Wasn't good.
Not one good.
Oh, you wasn't good? Okay. All right. So, what is a secret talent that you have that nobody knows about?
Secret talent.
Everybody knows my secret talent. It's not even a secret.
What's your secret talent?
I can sing.
Okay.
That's my secret talent.
Oh,
That's right. Yes.
okay. Do you guys ever sing together?
No.
Oh.
But I have been pestering this man to do a duet with me.
Oh.
Do a duet. We would love to hear it.
I
Harmonization.
don't know. We can record it on YouTube.
I'm like, can we get a little something? Maybe?
Exclusive?
An exclusive? Can we get
Right now?
right?
Oh.
Well, see, when we do sing together, she's always off note with me. So, and she just distracts my singing. So we got to get in sync first.
Okay.
We got to sing together a little bit more.
I understand.
Mhm.
All right.
Y'all see he putting that on me, right?
Yeah.
Putting it on me.
Well, you know, I start singing and you come in and you just way off the note. I'm like, where you at?
I'm a harmony singer. My husband's like the solo singer.
Oh, okay.
But I can sing harmony as well. You just gotta
Yeah.
let me know.
Are you good with like
what
runs
he
and stuff? Are you good with runs? Are you good with ad-libbing? Are you good with
A little bit of all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. Okay. That's cool. Ad-libbing is something that I find so hard.
Oh, Jasmine said they said happy birthday to you.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I sure did, Jasmine. I remember that.
All right. So how can
Okay.
everyone reach you? What are all the ways that people can reach you?
All right. So one of the first ways that you can reach us here at the Crockett Way is on Instagram, and you can find us at The Crockett Way. Another way you can find us is on Facebook at, yep, you guessed it, The Crockett Way. You can also find us on Twitter. Yes, Twitter at The Crockett Way. You can find us on TikTok at The Crockett Way, Reddit at The Crockett Way. What else have I forgotten?
Just go to any social media platform and
At The
search
Crockett
at The
Way.
Crockett Way.
Look up the Crockett Way.
Type in The Crockett Way.
Right.
You'll find
Yes, type in The Crockett Way. Yes.
Well, I think
David. Yeah, so David said, as a voice teacher, he highly encouraged you to put your beautiful voices out there as much as possible for people to enjoy.
Yeah,
I agree, and to edify the Lord as well.
Mm-hmm. I believe I think David might be like a pastor or something as well at first.
Nice. I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah. So we are so happy we finally have been able to do this.
Awesome.
This was a long time in the making, and it has been awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, being so open,
Right.
As we're doing these series, I just think people are very open and helpful. And unfortunately, in the society that we live in, a lot of people don't like to give up information, try to help other people out.
Yeah,
because they're afraid of whatever advices, whatever it may be. But just to have you and other people we've had on express themselves and share information for us and the people watching, truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
The pleasure is all ours, and we'll be happy to come back on anytime.
We would love to have you guys back on.
How long have y'all been doing this, if you don't mind me asking?
Pardon?
How long have you all been doing this series?
Oh, wow.
About end of May, right?
Yeah, the end of May.
The last week of May. So.
Right.
Nice. Is it a weekly thing?
It is every Saturday.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you. And just like with everything, you start out, you might be a little rocky.
Yeah,
but if you continue at it, and it gets better and better, and if you're consistent and you're reliable, you keep on showing up, then people show up as well. So
David said we're close. He's a church choir director.
Oh, he's a church choir director. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So thank you guys again.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Again, we thank you also for the help that you gave us, in early on in our journey.
Yes,
absolutely.
We'll never forget that. So yeah. All right. And thank you all. Sorry. Thank you all, everyone who is in the chat.
Bush people. We got about the Bush people.
The Bush people too. But we appreciate everyone who came to hang out today and hang out with the Crockett Way today. We appreciate you all, and we
You already get snuck. We get snuck.
Lord of mercy.
Snuck at the
Lord
end.
Mercy, she took my line right there.
That's a lie.
No, I have to cue it up.
You gotta cue it up, Selecta.
Hold on one second. I'll turn this on. Okay, hold on one second.
Selecta. Thank you, Nicole Red.
Woo woo! Yeah. Super chat.
Right.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh, there you go.
One more again, Selecta.
Super chat. We got a super chat from Nicole. We got a super chat from Nicole. We got a super chat. We got a super chat. We got a super chat. We got a super chat from David Myers. We got a super chat from David Myers. Thank you guys.
Yes.
I'm grateful. Thank you. And again, this has been a wonderful, amazing time, amazing company and interview or conversation. And thank you again. Have a wonderful
evening and a week.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.